I suggest that you spend your evenings watching some good serials. Today I have prepared for you a selection of Turkish TV series from which you cannot take your eyes off, and by good old tradition, I ask you to write a commentary about the watched series to help others with the choice to watch or not to watch the series. Opens today's selection series Apartment of the Innocents. Safiye and Gulben are sisters who are trying to make the best of their lives, but so far it's not working out. The girls have a brother named Han and a sick father. It's only thanks to the boy that they're able to cope with their daily problems. Han goes to work every day and then comes home and takes care of his family. Because of all the time he devotes to his family, the young man has never been able to make a life for himself. Han constantly thinks about his life because sometimes it seems to him that something goes wrong. The whole life of Inci, who lives with an overbearing grandfather and brother, will change after one accident. This accident brings her together with Han and his family filled with big secrets. Inci and Han fall in love with each other at first sight. However, the biggest fear of Han's sisters Safiye and Gulben, whose lives are full of obsessions, is losing their brother, so they will do anything to keep the lovers apart. Will love be able to win this war? Blur. The plot of the series tells about the difficult life of two children. Jasmine and Murat live in an orphanage since their father and mother died. Murat was a special child, he couldn't hear anything, but there was hope of regaining his hearing. As soon as Jasmine turned 18, she packed up her belongings and was forced to leave the walls of her home and set off into adulthood. For years, the girl had dreamed to get a law degree, but after thinking it over, she decided that first she had to earn money, get custody of 9-year-old Murat and have him an operation. One day, while working as a waitress, she has an unexpected accident, which brings her into contact with a young man named Jem. He's a wealthy businessman, an eligible suitor, but after a failed attempt to start a family, he's disillusioned with the opposite sex and doesn't trust women. Balkan Lullaby. The events of the series unfold around two lovers representing different nationalities. The young man named Ertan is a Turk by nationality. He has been searching for himself and his way in this life for a long time, looking for himself and his way in life. This quality is inherent in many young people and Ertan is no exception. Highly demanding and dissatisfied with his life pushes Ertan to have new adventures. The city of Skopje belonged to the Ottoman Empire for 6 centuries. Nowadays, Albanians and Turks live on one side of the city, and on the other side Macedonians. During his strolls and sightseeing, Ertan meets a beautiful girl named Giovanna. She is an unusually sociable, kind person. Between Ertan and Giovanna immediately arose mutual sympathy, and after talking to each other realized how close they were to each other in spirit and character. However, there are many obstacles on the way to happiness, and the most important one is that they are of different nationalities. The Magnificent Twosome. Mert Barka and Kerimcan work for the same police station. They are the best in the business at what they do, even though they're cardinally different from each other. The first is incredibly fond of freedom, connections with companions. They do not attract him, well, except for spending an unforgettable night, no more. The second, on the contrary, is characterized by a heightened desire for understanding and compassion. Hence the joint life with his sister, son Mehmet, and ex-wife, which in no way he can't forget. Guys are partners, they see one situation differently. Guys will have to forget all former disagreements, throw away personal desires and passions, and start working together. And the reason for that is a terrorist attack is imminent. Word has gotten out that a group of outlaws want to blow up a shopping mall that will be home millions of peaceful citizens. Whether they kill them or bring them back alive is irrelevant, but to prevent casualties in the metropolis. Endless Love. The series tells the story of the relationship between two very different people. Zeynep is a young girl who lives with her sister and enjoys the little things. The girl who raises her younger sister is by nature very direct, like a child. The habitual life of the main character changes abruptly when she gets a job in the rich house of a successful surgeon, January. He is young, handsome and has already managed to achieve incredible heights in the profession, becoming a professor of medicine. But after a hard breakup, the man no longer believes in high feelings. The acquaintance of the guy with Zeynep happens like in a fairy tale. One evening the owner of the mansion discovers a sleeping beautiful cleaning lady on the sofa in the living room. The modest woman is embarrassed by her act. However, the owner of the cottage offers her a deal. It will be necessary to keep him company at one of the evening receptions. Between the manager and the subordinate, feelings are budding, but this love will also bring with it difficulties in their lives. I Fell in Love with You Once. The series tells the story of a group of young people in love, the difficulties that they in adulthood and their relationship with their parents. Ozan lost his father at the age of 15, so he became a rebel, constantly clashing with his father's partner Mumtaz. However, Ozan softens and changes when he meets Aslam, who came to Istanbul in search of a better life. Ozan and Aslam fall in love at first sight, but Bursan, Ozan's best friend, gets in their way, as he thought, but she is in love with him and is ready to do anything to get him. Bursan will cause a lot of problems for Ozan and Aslam. Please write in the comments which series will you watch first.